Well, I got it. The Porter Cable random orbital sander that was suggested. I think it was Pork Chop suggested this, and I think that this is exactly what I need to do this job. Couple things about it. It's variable speed, so you can adjust the speed. It is RO, so this little guy here makes it wobble and sand. So it's not like it looks like an angle grinder, but it's really an RO. One thing I modified though was this guy. The one they send with it is just to use adhesive pads, and I really like the idea of having the Velcro ones, which are like these. They're called Hook and Loop. So this was $11, and then you don't have to buy the adhesive style ones. So I swapped that out, no big deal, and then I put my sanding discs on there. And today I'm gonna try it. So, and it's really hot out, but Amazon shipped it in 2 separate boxes, and I didn't get the pads until later in the day yesterday, so which is kind of annoying. No big deal, but so it's later in the day today, and I'm gonna sand right now, so it's kind of hot, but I'm excited to try this to see the process that it takes everything off, and we'll see. I will include a link to the sander and all the stuff I bought with it. And the reason why I didn't buy it at Lowe's was just the sander at Lowe's was $146, and I got the sander, the hook and loop, I don't know what you call it, the mount for the hook and loop, and 20 sanding pads for $125 or something like that. So all together, so I still saved $25, and I got all the extra stuff. And it's like, Lowe's, I love you, but the retail experience sucks, and Amazon shipped it to my door in 2 days for $20 cheaper. Probably would have been $30 cheaper, $40 cheaper when you add it all up. So it was worth the wait. So anyhow, let's go out there and give this thing a try. First impressions of the Porter Cable 7346. Positives. It's a much gentler removal, so it doesn't gouge the gel coat, which is like awesome, because it'll save me a ton of time on the back end with fairing and everything. I like that it's variable speed. I like the size of the pad. If you replace this base with a hook and loop, this is awesome. I did all that sanding with this pad, and you can see that this pad is still in really good shape. I got lots of time left on that. This is my tool. Yeah, this is the tool that's going to make this job go so much faster and better and cleaner. One downside is its weight, which could be a positive if you weren't working above your head. You can imagine this thing probably weighs about 7 pounds, I'd say, 5 to 7 pounds. And you're holding it over your head while you're underneath the boat. And of course, if I could figure out how to flip the boat, that wouldn't be an issue. But in my case, it is. So if you're working above whatever you're sanding, the weight would be a positive because you don't have to push as hard. But it is heavy, so when you're working above your head, it's a workout. I need to, bulk up anyway on my arms, so why not? But overall, super impressed with this, and it doesn't take the product, the bottom paint off as quickly as the angle grinder does, which was expected, but it doesn't do any damage either. So it's nice and smooth, and the surface comes off nice and smooth. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna have to buy some 80 grit and some probably 120 or 180 grit, depends. I'm gonna just like raise the grain with this thing before paint, and like the everything that I've done so far, if I go over it with this, with let's say you know, we go into the higher grits, it's not going to take much time at all. I mean, it's you know, right now I'm removing probably 4 or 5 layers of bottom paint, so that's never fun regardless of what tool you have, unless I think I saw some guy with a sandblasting thing where they can come out and do that, but it's expensive. And I don't know, I'm kind of into the torture of this whole thing, you know. It's like I need to do it, and it's part of the process. If I would hire somebody to come out and sandblast it, I'd feel cheated. Does that make sense? Probably not, but I think I belong down there, and I should be doing this. So getting to know every inch of the hull anyhow. So thank you guys for the suggestion, all your help and everything on that, and yeah, I'm gonna keep going. There's one thing that's for certain: that sander works. It's a little bit messy. Who said? Was it Andy that said that the Aqua Strip was messy? Andy, have you seen my face? Does this look clean to you? Oh, man. I don't know which is worse. Goopy Aqua Strip or this? It's about equal, I guess. So here's my progress so far. Underneath, you can see on the port side here, I'm about 3/4 of the way through the bottom paint. But on this side, I've got quite a ways to go. Started on this side, just the front here today. You can see, I'll get real close, but you can see how thick that bottom paint is. I mean, that's ridiculous how thick that is, but it's coming off with a new sanding technique. I think I got about another 6-7 hours under here, and then I'll be done. Only 6-7 hours. While I'm sanding, I always try to repeat this mantra in my head, and the mantra is, oh God, what is it? Now I'm tired. Instead of quitting, remember, I don't even know anymore. Instead of quitting, try resting. I think that's it. Instead of quitting, try resting. And then also, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I mean, this isn't a very big boat, but it feels like an elephant. So, all right, guys. Have a great night. See you.